Hey everybody, it's Cameron with Speedtech Performance, and this morning we are on day 4 of Power Tour, and we're starting out this morning in Louisville, Kentucky, heading to Ohio, and I decided to stop Sean. He just finished this beautiful 70 Chevelle you see behind me, and I wanted to give you guys an overview. So Sean, good morning.
Good morning.
And let's just talk about your car.
Yeah.
So to begin with, 70 Chevelle.
Yep.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, Sean has a Camaro that's Speedtech equipped.
69 Camaro.
69 Camaro. You've got a C3.
68 Corvette.
Okay.
Full chassis.
Full chassis, and then we've got the 70 Chevelle.
Yep.
So the other two are more race cars.
Yeah, they're more dedicated for the track. Corvette, definitely.
Yeah. What made you build this one the way you did?
By accident.
Okay. Happy accident? Bob Ross kind of accident?
It turned out good. I bought it a year ago. It had
Okay.
the 454 in it,
Okay.
4-speed. I bought it sight unseen. Pulled it in a trailer, pulled it off to go get gas, and there was all kinds of noises coming out of it, and it didn't sound right. So I took it to Smitty, and I was like, hey, before I take this to Florida, can you look it over for me? So he starts it up, the engine blew up.
Oh shoot, okay.
So
Accident.
yeah, here's a turn.
Plot twist.
Yeah, so the 68 Corvette, I had this LS3 built for it a couple years ago, and that motor blew. The transmission was in the 69 Corvette. I took that on Autocross week last year. That transmission blew up on me.
Okay, so we're at 3 accidents so far.
So I took them all together, and I put them together, and I made this car. We took the LS3, put it together, built it more for a street-friendly purpose. Sent the transmission to American Powertrain. They went through the transmission, rebuilt it for me. Then we kind of built from there. But yeah, that's kind of how we ended up with this. It was by accident. It was supposed to be a cheap, easy car, just fun to cruise in.
Yeah.
And
that's a dang good accident.
Yeah.
Usually when accidents come with cars, it's not a good thing. So
Yeah.
Looking from it, I mean, the first time I saw it was a half hour ago in the hotel parking lot in person, right? We've seen it on videos and everything, and I just kind of want to break down the car from the bottom up. And the first thing you notice are these forged line wheels.
Yeah.
Me personally, I love the two-tone look. The gloss black hoop on them just sets it off. You know,
Yeah.
it matches the paint. What made you go with that setup?
I really beat myself up on these wheels a lot.
Yeah.
I've probably spent 2 months looking at different sets of wheels, different staggers. I'm not a fan of the stagger 18-inch, 19-inch
Okay.
look. I'm not a fan of it.
Okay.
And most Chevelles sit real high in front.
Right.
And that kills me.
Yep.
So we were at Smitty's shop, and he wasn't. So he's got a million different forged line wheels and cars there. So he was taking wheels off and on, and putting them on there just so we could kind of see different colors, different contrasts, and stuff like that. And on the wheel opening, it's got the chrome trim on there.
Yeah.
And so, again, we couldn't get the car to sit low in the front with 18 or 19s on the front. So I had to really go with a staggered 18, 19-inch on it. So the only way to hide the staggered look was with the black lip on it.
Okay.
So that kind of visually throws your eyes off. You don't notice it as much. You can't tell.
No.
So that's really why. And then we went with the dark gray in the middle just to kind of give it contrast because the calipers are black there.
Right.
So that really kind of lets you kind of see the depth of everything.
And the satin finish on the hoops,
Yeah.
or excuse me, not on the hoops, but on the centers, that looks really good. Really sets it off. I mean, we're big fans of forged line. We use them on a lot of our builds. And one thing I want to kind of hit here, you've mentioned Smitty a couple times. So Smittys Custom Auto, Chris Smith, he's a dealer of ours. He's well known in the pro touring industry. He is a champion driver. I mean, a champion builder. All around, he's just a heck of a guy. We're big fans of Smitty here.
Yeah.
So you've trusted Smitty with all 3 of your builds.
Yeah.
One thing that Smitty does, being a dealer for us, is gratefully he recommends our suspension, and that's why we're here. The foundation of a car is good suspension, good framework, good suspension. This car has a factory chassis,
Yes.
and it has our what we call a track time package on it, right?
Yes.
So it's got the tubular control arms. It has our trailing arms in the rear with adjustable coilovers all around. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Cool. How do you feel, so we're on, again, day 4 of the road tour. At this point, you've done at least 1,000 miles,
Yeah.
in a few days. How does this car feel, on the back roads of Tennessee cruising up?
So the one thing I wanted on this car, because it is a street car.
Yeah.
The other cars are more race dedicated. I wanted something that rode like a Cadillac.
Yeah.
And this thing, it rides amazing. I mean, the ride is what I'm most happy about on this car, and that's the honest to God truth.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes every bump, and you don't feel it. It's like riding in a Cadillac.
I love that.
Then I did do autocross in Bowling Green, and I mean, first time in it, I was a couple seconds off the fastest guys there, which, in a street car, I can't complain.
And a fresh build.
Yeah, fresh build. I mean, it did great.
And you probably didn't tune the coilovers for the track or anything.
Set it for the softest thing we can, like
Yeah.
I said, just to cruise around in, and it's doing everything I wanted to do. I couldn't be happier.
That's awesome. So the real question is, you have your lady with you. How does she feel after a bunch of miles in it? Is she happy with the way it rides?
This is her favorite car.
I love that.
This is her favorite car. The other ones are, they're more, like I said, they're more dedicated, so it's a rougher ride, and it's a different ride. This is, power tour car and cruising around car. So.
Well, I'm excited for you guys to put a bunch of miles on it this summer. So to get back to the meat and potatoes of the car, you've got that LS3. Tell me more about that. I mean, because when you fired up this morning, that was pretty healthy sounding.
Yeah. So, like I said, it was originally built for the Corvette. So we were trying to make a bunch of horsepower with it. We changed out the cam and the pistons.
Mm-hmm.
But it is running 12-to-1 compression.
Nice.
It's stroked out to a 416.
Nice.
So I had it dyno tuned last Friday. It was 525 at the rear tires, which naturally aspirated. That's perfect on the street. Yeah.
That's more than enough. I mean, we talk to people all the time that they want, I want 700, 800. I'm like, no, you don't. Not on the street, especially a street car.
Yeah.
You can't use that power in a safe, healthy way.
Yeah.
I mean, you've literally built an ultimate cruiser at this point. A little bit more about the car. So AC.
AC, yeah.
So I mean, you're comfortable. T56.
Yeah. 60,
What
yeah.
else do you need? You got good tunes?
Got to have a radio put in it, yeah. A double din screen put in there, yeah.
I mean, at that point, you guys don't need anything else.
No, daily cruiser if we wanted it to be.
I love that. So basically, from this point, I think we should just drive it.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right.
Cool. All right, and that's a wrap. If you guys want to see more content like this, be sure to like us, subscribe, follow everywhere, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube for more content, and we'll catch you next time.